Imagine standing in the middle of a vast, wind-swept desert, the sun blazing overhead, and the sand stretching endlessly in every direction. It feels like a barren, lifeless landscape, but beneath your feet, hidden under layers of sand and time, lies something extraordinary: the remnants of ancient cities, once thriving hubs of human civilization. These buried cities, swallowed by the earth and forgotten by history, hold secrets that could change the way we see our past. They are not just ruins, they are windows into worlds we've barely begun to understand. Today, we embark on a journey to uncover the mystery of what really happened to the cities beneath the sand, rediscovering buried civilizations that no one talks about. From the sweeping sands of the Sahara to the shifting dunes of the Middle East, the story of these lost cities is one of resilience, ingenuity, and ultimately, disappearance. These places were once centers of culture, trade, and innovation, cities that buzzed with life and ambition. But something happened. Whether it was shifting climate patterns, natural disasters, or the collapse of trade routes, these cities were abandoned, left to the mercy of the elements, and eventually buried by the very sands that now hide them. Yet their stories are far from over. Archaeologists, historians, and explorers are working tirelessly to uncover the truth about these forgotten worlds, and what they are finding is nothing short of astonishing. So why do these buried cities matter? The answer lies not just in their past, but in what they can teach us about our present and future. These civilizations faced challenges that echo the ones we grapple with today: climate change, resource scarcity, and the fragility of even the mightiest societies. By understanding what happened to them, we gain insights into our own resilience and vulnerability. This video is more than a journey into the past. It's a chance to connect with the human experience across time and space. We'll explore the untold stories of these ancient cities, reveal the forces that led to their downfall, and discover how they continue to shape our world in ways you might not expect. Get ready to dig deep into the sands of history and uncover the secrets of the cities beneath. These buried cities weren't always hidden beneath the sand. In their heyday, they were bustling centers of life, vibrant and full of energy. Picture grand marketplaces filled with exotic goods, streets lined with intricate architecture, and communities thriving with art, science, and culture. These were places where ideas flowed as freely as the rivers that once sustained them. They were not just cities, they were the heartbeats of their civilizations, hubs of innovation and progress. But how did they rise to such prominence, and what made them so significant in their time? To understand their rise, we need to look at the factors that made these cities flourish. Many were strategically located along major trade routes, serving as crossroads where goods, cultures, and ideas converged. Take, for example, the ancient city of Petra, nestled in the rocky deserts of Jordan. Petra was a vital link in the incense trade, connecting the Arabian Peninsula with the Mediterranean world. Its wealth grew from its role as a commercial hub, and its people mastered the art of carving homes and monuments directly into the sandstone cliffs. But Petra wasn't alone. Across the globe, cities like these emerged as centers of trade, their prosperity fueled by the exchange of goods and knowledge. Yet, trade wasn't the only factor. These cities were also centers of innovation. The Indus Valley civilization, for instance, boasted advanced urban planning long before modern cities existed. Streets were laid out in grids, complete with sophisticated drainage systems that remain impressive even by today's standards. Their ability to adapt to their environment and develop solutions to complex problems allowed them to thrive. These cities were not just surviving, they were flourishing, pushing the boundaries of what was possible for their time. But with great success often comes great vulnerability. These cities, for all their achievements, faced challenges that would eventually lead to their downfall. Shifting trade routes, for example, could cut off their lifelines, leaving them isolated and economically weakened. Natural disasters like earthquakes, floods, or droughts could devastate their infrastructure and disrupt their way of life. And then there was the ever-present threat of conflict, wars, and invasions that could bring even the mightiest cities to their knees. The story of their rise is inseparable from the story of their fall, and understanding one requires exploring the other. What's truly fascinating is how these cities left behind clues to their own disappearance. Abandoned structures, buried artifacts, and even the layers of sand that now cover them tell a story of change and decline. Archaeologists have found evidence of sudden evacuations, like half-finished meals or tools left in place, suggesting that some cities were abandoned in haste. Others show signs of gradual decline, with buildings falling into disrepair as resources dwindled. Each discovery offers a puzzle piece, helping us reconstruct what happened to these once great civilizations. So, as we explore the rise of these lost cities, we're not just looking at their past glory, we're uncovering the first steps on a journey to understanding their mysterious disappearance. Their stories remind us that even the most advanced civilizations are not immune to change, and that the forces that build a city can also bring it down. The sands of time have preserved their secrets, and now it's up to us to uncover them. Climate change has been a silent but relentless force in the story of these buried cities. Over centuries, shifting weather patterns transformed once thriving landscapes into desolate expanses of sand. Take, for example, the Sahara Desert, which wasn't always the arid wasteland we know today. Thousands of years ago, it was a region of lush greenery with rivers, lakes, and thriving ecosystems. Ancient rock paintings found in the Sahara depict scenes of giraffes, elephants, and even humans swimming, a stark contrast to the dry, barren landscape we see now. But as the climate began to shift, rainfall became scarce and the land dried up. The rivers that once nourished these civilizations disappeared, leaving behind only traces of their existence. Desertification didn't happen overnight. It was a gradual process, but its effects were devastating. As the land lost its fertility, crops failed, and water sources dried up. Communities that once depended on agriculture for survival found themselves struggling to adapt. The ancient city of Timbuktu, for instance, was once a vibrant center of trade and learning, but as the desert encroached, its people were forced to abandon their homes. The sand slowly reclaimed the city, burying its grand mosques and libraries beneath layers of dust. This wasn't an isolated event. It was a pattern repeated across the globe, from the Middle East to Central Asia. Scientific evidence helps us piece together this puzzle. Researchers have studied sediment layers, pollen samples, and even the bones of ancient animals to understand how the climate changed. These findings reveal a clear link between environmental shifts and the decline of these civilizations. For example, in the Indus Valley, archaeologists have discovered evidence of prolonged droughts that coincided with the collapse of its cities. The once mighty rivers that sustained this civilization, like the Gaga Hakra, began to dry up, leaving behind only dry riverbeds and abandoned settlements. But climate change wasn't the only factor at play. Human activity often exacerbated the effects of desertification. Overgrazing, deforestation, and poor land management practices weakened the soil, making it more susceptible to erosion. As the land degraded, it became increasingly difficult to sustain large populations, leading to migration and abandonment. The story of these cities is a reminder that the relationship between humans and their environment is a delicate one. When that balance is disrupted, the consequences can be catastrophic. These ancient civilizations offer a cautionary tale for our own time. Today, we face our own challenges with climate change and desertification. Regions around the world are experiencing prolonged droughts, declining water resources, and the loss of arable land. The lessons of the past remind us of the importance of sustainable practices and the need to adapt to a changing environment. The cities beneath the sand are not just relics of history, they are warnings urging us to take action before it's too late. Their stories are a testament to the resilience of human societies, but also a reminder of our vulnerability in the face of nature's power. Beneath the vast, golden expanse of the Sahara Desert lies a world of forgotten cities, their stories buried beneath shifting sands and time. Among these, the legend of Zerzura stands out, a mythical oasis city said to be nestled somewhere in the heart of the desert, guarded by sleeping giants and filled with treasures. Tales of Zerzura have captivated explorers for centuries, inspiring expeditions that ventured into the unforgiving desert in search of its secrets. But is Zerzura just a myth, or could it be based on a real lost city? Archaeologists have uncovered evidence of ancient settlements scattered across the Sahara, revealing that this seemingly barren landscape was once a thriving hub of human activity. One such discovery is the Garamanchion civilization, which flourished in the Fezzan region of southern Libya. Known for their advanced irrigation systems, the Garamantes built an extensive network of underground tunnels called fagaras to channel water from underground aquifers to their fields. This ingenuity allowed them to sustain a prosperous society in the midst of the desert. Yet, as the climate shifted and water sources dwindled, their cities were eventually abandoned, swallowed by the encroaching sand. Another remarkable site is the ancient city of Jodo, located in the northeastern part of Niger. Perched on a rocky plateau, Jodo's crumbling fortresses and labyrinthine streets hint at a once bustling trade center. The city's isolation and the harsh desert conditions have preserved its structures, offering archaeologists a rare glimpse into its storied past. Yet, much about Jodo remains a mystery, from the identity of its builders to the reasons for its decline. The search for these hidden cities is no easy feat. The Sahara's extreme environment, blazing heat, relentless sandstorms, and vast, uncharted territories poses significant challenges for explorers and archaeologists. However, modern technology is helping to uncover what lies beneath the surface. Satellite imagery and ground-penetrating radar have revealed the outlines of ancient settlements, buried roads, and even lost riverbeds, providing clues to where these cities might be located. The story of the Sahara's hidden cities is not just about uncovering lost treasures or solving ancient mysteries. It's a testament to human resilience and adaptability. These civilizations thrived in one of the harshest environments on Earth, harnessing their ingenuity to survive and prosper. Their rise and fall remind us of the delicate balance between humans and their environment, a lesson that remains relevant today. As explorers continue to search for Zerzura and other lost cities, the Sahara's secrets slowly come to light. Each discovery adds another piece to the puzzle, helping us understand the complex history of this enigmatic desert. The sands may have buried these cities, but they also preserved their stories, waiting for the right moment to reveal them. The Sahara's hidden past continues to beckon, inviting us to uncover the forgotten worlds beneath our feet. The Middle East is a treasure trove of ancient wonders, where the sands of time have concealed some of the most extraordinary cities in human history. Among these, Petra stands as a crowning achievement of human ingenuity. Carved into the rose-red cliffs of southern Jordan, Petra was once the thriving capital of the Nabatean kingdom, a civilization that mastered the art of water conservation in an arid landscape. The city's intricate network of channels and reservoirs allowed it to flourish as a vital trade hub, connecting the Arabian Peninsula, Egypt, and the Mediterranean. Yet, as trade routes shifted and earthquakes struck, Petra gradually faded into obscurity, its grandeur buried beneath layers of sand and myth. It wasn't until the early 19th century that Swiss explorer Johann Ludwig Burkhart rediscovered the city, reintroducing it to the world as a testament to human resilience and creativity. Equally fascinating is the story of Ubar, often referred to as the Atlantis of the Sands. Located in the deserts of Oman, Ubar was once a bustling center of the frankincense trade, its wealth and influence celebrated in ancient texts and legends. However, the city's exact location remained a mystery for centuries, with many dismissing it as mere folklore. That changed in the 1980s when satellite imagery revealed faint traces of ancient caravan routes converging in the Rub al-Khali Desert. Excavations soon uncovered the remains of a fortified city, complete with towers and walls, confirming the existence of Ubar. This discovery not only validated the legends, but also highlighted the power of modern technology in uncovering the past. Beyond Petra and Ubar, the Middle East holds countless other buried treasures. In Iraq, the ancient city of once a thriving Sumerian metropolis, lay forgotten for millennia until archaeologists unearthed its ziggurat and royal tombs, offering a glimpse into one of the world's earliest civilizations. In Saudi Arabia, the ruins of Al-Ula, often compared to Petra, are slowly revealing the history of the Lyhianite and Nabatean cultures. These sites, along with others like Palmyra in Syria and Hatra in Iraq, showcase the region's rich and diverse heritage, shaped by centuries of trade, conquest, and cultural exchange. Modern technology has revolutionized the way we explore these ancient sites. Drones equipped with high-resolution cameras capture detailed images of inaccessible areas, while ground-penetrating radar uncovers hidden structures beneath the surface. Three-dimensional modeling allows archaeologists to reconstruct lost cities in stunning detail, offering new insights into their design and function. These tools are not only expanding our knowledge of the past, but also helping to preserve these fragile sites for future generations. The Middle East's buried treasures are more than just relics of a bygone era. They are windows into the lives of those who came before us. Each discovery adds a new chapter to the story of human civilization, revealing the ingenuity, ambition, and resilience of ancient societies. As we continue to uncover these lost cities, we are reminded of the enduring connection between the past and the present, and the importance of preserving our shared heritage. The Indus Valley civilization, flourishing around 2600 BC to 1900 BC, stands as one of the most remarkable societies of the ancient world. Spread across what is now modern-day Pakistan and northwest India, this civilization was home to sprawling cities like Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa, whose advanced urban planning would rival many modern cities. These ancient metropolises were laid out in a grid pattern with wide, straight streets intersecting at right angles, a design that suggests a sophisticated understanding of city management. Homes were constructed with baked bricks, and many featured private bathrooms connected to an intricate drainage system, a feat of engineering that still impresses us today. The Indus Valley people also built massive granaries, public baths, and even what appears to be a central marketplace, pointing to a highly organized and prosperous society. Trade was the lifeblood of the Indus Valley civilization, connecting it to distant regions as far as Mesopotamia and Central Asia. archaeological findings reveal a wealth of artifacts, including beads, pottery, and seals, many of which bear inscriptions in a script that remains undeciphered to this day. These seals, often depicting animals and human-like figures, suggest a thriving trade network and a complex system of administration. The discovery of standardized weights and measures further highlights the civilization's economic sophistication, hinting at a society that valued fairness and efficiency in commerce. Yet, despite its advancements, the Indus Valley civilization eventually declined, leaving behind a mystery that has puzzled historians and archaeologists for decades. Theories about its fall range from natural disasters such as earthquakes or floods to shifts in the course of the Indus River, which may have disrupted agriculture and water supplies. Some scholars suggest that climate change played a role, with a prolonged drought leading to food shortages and societal collapse. Others point to the possibility of invasions or internal conflicts, though evidence of widespread violence is scarce. What makes the Indus Valley civilization so intriguing is not just its achievements but also its enigmatic disappearance. Unlike other ancient cultures, the Indus Valley left no grand monuments or written records that clearly explain its history. Its cities were abandoned, its people dispersed, and its secrets buried beneath layers of earth and time. Yet, through the painstaking work of archaeologists, we are beginning to piece together the story of this remarkable civilization, uncovering clues that shed light on its rise, its way of life, and its ultimate decline. The Indus Valley serves as a reminder of the fragility of even the most advanced societies. Its story challenges us to consider how environmental changes, resource management, and societal cohesion can shape the destiny of civilizations. As we continue to explore its buried cities, we not only uncover the past but also gain valuable insights into the challenges we face today. The Indus Valley civilization may have vanished, but its legacy endures, offering lessons that resonate across the centuries. Archaeology has transformed from the image of dusty shovels and brushes to a high-tech endeavor that harnesses the power of modern science to uncover the secrets of buried civilizations. One of the most groundbreaking tools in this field is ground-penetrating radar, or GPR, which allows archaeologists to peer beneath the Earth's surface without disturbing it. By sending electromagnetic pulses into the ground and analyzing the reflected signals, GPR can map out buried structures, pathways, and even artifacts, giving researchers a detailed picture of what lies hidden below. This technology has been instrumental in rediscovering lost cities, from the streets of ancient Roman settlements to the hidden chambers of Egyptian tombs. Equally revolutionary is the use of satellite imaging, which has opened up vast new possibilities for exploration. Satellites equipped with advanced sensors can detect subtle variations in the landscape, revealing the outlines of buried cities that are invisible to the naked eye. For instance, in the deserts of Egypt and Sudan, satellite imagery has uncovered traces of ancient settlements buried beneath the sand, including irrigation systems, roads, and even entire neighborhoods. These discoveries are not only expanding our understanding of ancient civilizations, but also challenging long-held assumptions about where and how they lived. Another critical tool in the archaeologist's arsenal is LiDAR, or light detection and ranging. This technology uses laser pulses to create highly detailed 3D maps of the terrain, even in dense jungle environments where ground surveys would be nearly impossible. In Central America, LiDAR has revealed the true scale of the Maya civilization, exposing thousands of previously unknown structures hidden beneath the forest canopy. These findings have reshaped our understanding of Maya society, showing it to be far larger and more complex than previously thought. But archaeology isn't just about high-tech gadgets. it's also about meticulous fieldwork and collaboration. Excavations often involve teams of specialists, from anthropologists and geologists to botanists and zoologists, working together to piece together the story of a site. Every shard of pottery, every bone fragment, and every layer of soil tells a part of that story, and it's up to archaeologists to interpret these clues. This painstaking work requires patience, precision, and a deep respect for the past, as even the smallest detail can provide insights into the lives of people who lived thousands of years ago. The ethical dimension of archaeology is also increasingly important. As we uncover these ancient sites, we must consider how to preserve them for future generations and how to involve local communities in the process. Many buried cities hold cultural and spiritual significance for the descendants of the people who built them, and archaeologists are increasingly recognizing the importance of working collaboratively with these communities. This approach not only honors the past but also ensures that the benefits of discovery are shared equitably. Ultimately, the role of archaeology in rediscovering buried cities goes beyond mere excavation. It's about connecting us to our shared human heritage. Each discovery adds another piece to the puzzle, helping us understand how our ancestors lived, how they adapted to their environments, and how their societies rose and fell. As we continue to uncover the secrets of these ancient civilizations, we are reminded of the resilience and ingenuity of humanity, and of the lessons the past can teach us about our own future. The work of archaeologists is not just rewriting history, it's enriching our understanding of who we are and where we come from. The legend of Atlantis has captivated imaginations for centuries, weaving a tale of a powerful and advanced civilization that vanished beneath the waves. While Atlantis itself may be a myth, its story has inspired real-world quests to uncover lost cities, bridging the gap between fiction and fact. The idea of a utopian society that fell into ruin resonates deeply with our fascination for discovering the unknown, and it's this allure that has driven explorers and archaeologists to seek out similar mysteries in the real world. What makes Atlantis particularly intriguing is its blend of grandeur and mystery. Described by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, Atlantis was said to be a technologically advanced society with unparalleled wealth and sophistication. Yet, its hubris led to its downfall, as the city was swallowed by the sea in a single day and night. This narrative of rise and fall mirrors the stories of many real buried cities, from the grandeur of Petra to the enigmatic ruins of the Indus Valley. In both myth and reality, the idea of a once great civilization lost to time strikes a chord with our collective curiosity about the past. Interestingly, the search for Atlantis has sometimes led to the discovery of real archaeological sites. For example, the Minoan civilization on the island of Crete, which was devastated by a volcanic eruption around 1600 BCE, is often cited as a possible inspiration for the Atlantis story. The Minoans were known for their advanced architecture, trade networks, and art, but their society collapsed abruptly, much like Plato's Atlantis. By following the threads of myth, archaeologists have uncovered tangible connections to ancient cultures, proving that even legends can hold kernels of truth. Atlantis also serves as a reminder of how myths can shape our understanding of history. Throughout the centuries, explorers have been drawn to the idea of finding this lost city, from early adventurers to modern-day technologists using sonar and underwater drones. While Atlantis itself remains elusive, the pursuit of its legend has fueled advancements in marine archaeology and deepened our understanding of submerged civilizations. The story of Atlantis encourages us to look beyond the surface, both literally and metaphorically, to uncover the hidden layers of our past. What keeps the myth of Atlantis alive today is its ability to adapt and evolve with each generation. It's a story that invites endless interpretation, whether as a cautionary tale, a symbol of human potential, or a metaphor for the fragility of civilizations. In a world where we continue to face environmental and societal challenges, Atlantis resonates as a powerful reminder of the consequences of hubris and the importance of humility. The search for lost worlds, whether they are cities beneath the sand or sunken beneath the sea, is a testament to our enduring desire to connect with the past and learn from it. Ultimately, the myth of Atlantis and the reality of buried civilizations are not so different. Both challenge us to explore, to question, and to imagine. They remind us that history is not just a record of what we know, but a map of what we have yet to discover. And as long as there are mysteries waiting to be uncovered, the spirit of Atlantis will continue to inspire us to seek out the unknown and uncover the stories that lie buried beneath the surface of time. Throughout history, natural disasters have acted as both a force of creation and destruction, shaping the fate of civilizations in profound and often devastating ways. Earthquakes, floods, and volcanic eruptions have not only altered landscapes but also buried entire cities beneath layers of earth, water, and ash. These events, while catastrophic, have also preserved snapshots of human life, leaving behind clues that archaeologists piece together to understand the past. Take, for example, the ancient city of Pompeii, which was frozen in time by the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. The ash that buried the city also preserved its streets, homes, and even the expressions on the faces of its inhabitants, offering an unparalleled glimpse into Roman daily life. Similarly, the Minoan civilization on the island of Crete was dramatically impacted by the eruption of Thera around 1600 BCE. This event, one of the largest volcanic eruptions in recorded history, led to widespread destruction and may have contributed to the decline of this once thriving culture. Floods, too, have played a pivotal role in shaping the fate of ancient cities. The Indus Valley civilization, known for its advanced urban planning, faced recurring floods that likely disrupted its agricultural systems and contributed to its eventual decline. In Mesopotamia, the city of Ur, a thriving center of Sumerian culture, experienced catastrophic flooding that left layers of sediment in its archaeological record. These floods, while destructive, also preserved artifacts and structures that tell the story of a civilization grappling with the forces of nature. Earthquakes have similarly left their mark on history. The ancient city of Troy, immortalized in Homer's epic tales, was repeatedly destroyed and rebuilt due to seismic activity. Each layer of its ruins tells a story of resilience and adaptation in the face of natural disaster. In Central America, the Maya city of Capon was abandoned after a series of earthquakes destabilized its infrastructure, leading to its eventual decline. What's fascinating about these events is how they are preserved in the archaeological record. Layers of ash, sediment, and rubble not only tell us about the disasters themselves, but also about the societies that experienced them. For instance, the way a city was rebuilt after an earthquake can reveal its priorities and values. The artifacts left behind, whether they are household items, tools, or works of art, provide insights into daily life and cultural practices. The impact of natural disasters on ancient civilizations also offers lessons for our modern world. As we face increasing threats from climate change, rising sea levels, and extreme weather events, the stories of these buried cities remind us of the delicate balance between human societies and the natural environment. They highlight the importance of resilience, adaptation, and sustainable practices in the face of environmental challenges. The power of nature to shape human history is both humbling and awe-inspiring. From the ruins of Pompeii to the flooded streets of Ur, these buried cities stand as testaments to the unpredictability of the natural world, and the enduring spirit of human ingenuity. As we uncover their secrets, we not only learn about the past but also gain valuable insights into how we might navigate the challenges of the future. Trade has always been the lifeblood of civilizations, connecting distant regions and fostering the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures. Many of the cities now buried beneath the sand were once bustling hubs of commerce, thriving because of their strategic locations along vital trade routes. From the Silk Road to the incense trails of Arabia, these cities flourished as crossroads of the ancient world. But when those trade networks faltered or collapsed, the vibrant economies that sustained them began to crumble, leading to their eventual abandonment. One striking example is the ancient city of Palmyra, located in modern-day Syria. Known as the Bride of the Desert, Palmyra was a key stop along the Silk Road, linking the Roman Empire with the East. Its wealth and grandeur were built on the trade of luxury goods like silk, spices, and precious stones. However, as political instability and shifting trade routes redirected commerce elsewhere, Palmyra's economy declined. The city, once a symbol of prosperity, was gradually abandoned and eventually buried beneath the sands of time. Similarly, the city of Ubar in the Arabian desert, often referred to as the Atlantis of the sands, thrived as a center for the incense trade. Frankincense and myrrh, highly prized in the ancient world, flowed through Ubar, making it a wealthy and influential city. But changes in trade patterns and the rise of sea routes bypassed the desert caravans, leaving Ubar isolated and vulnerable. Over time, the city was swallowed by the shifting sands, its once bustling markets silenced. The Indus Valley civilization, one of the earliest urban cultures in history, also faced economic challenges tied to trade. Cities like Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa were part of a vast network that connected the region with Mesopotamia and beyond. However, environmental changes, such as the drying up of the Gagga-Hakra River, disrupted agricultural production and trade. This economic strain, combined with other factors, led to the decline of these once thriving urban centers. Political upheaval often exacerbated these economic challenges. The collapse of empires, invasions, and internal conflicts could sever trade routes or make them unsafe. For example, the fall of the Roman Empire disrupted the flow of goods across Europe and the Mediterranean, leading to the decline of cities that depended on this trade. In the Middle East, the rise of new powers and the redirection of trade routes left once prosperous cities like Petra and Jerash struggling to survive. The story of these ancient cities serves as a reminder of how interconnected trade and prosperity are. Without the flow of goods and ideas, even the most powerful civilizations can falter. Today, as global trade faces new challenges, from geopolitical tensions to climate change, the lessons of the past resonate strongly. The rise and fall of these buried cities remind us of the delicate balance that sustains societies and the importance of adaptability in a constantly changing world. War and conflict have shaped the destiny of countless cities throughout history, often leaving behind ruins buried beneath layers of time and sand. The scars of battle are etched into the very foundations of these ancient sites, offering a stark reminder of the fragility of human achievement. One of the most striking examples is the ancient city of Troy, immortalized in Homer's Iliad. Long considered a myth, the discovery of Troy's ruins in modern-day Turkey revealed a city that had been destroyed and rebuilt multiple times, each layer telling a story of conquest and resilience. The charred remains of walls and arrowheads embedded in the earth are silent witnesses to the brutal sieges that brought this once great city to its knees. In the Middle East, the ancient city of Babylon stands as another testament to the destructive power of war. Once the heart of the Babylonian Empire, Babylon was sacked by the Assyrians and later conquered by the Persians. Each invasion left its mark, from the broken statues of gods to the remnants of defensive structures. The famous Ishtar Gate, now reconstructed in a museum, is a poignant symbol of both the city's grandeur and its vulnerability. Warfare didn't just destroy Babylon physically, it also eroded its cultural and economic foundations, leading to its eventual abandonment. Internal conflicts often proved just as devastating as external invasions. The city of Carthage, a powerhouse of the ancient Mediterranean, was reduced to rubble during the Punic Wars with Rome. The Roman forces not only destroyed the city, but also sowed its fields with salt to ensure it could never rise again. Archaeological evidence from the remnants of Carthage harbor to the scattered artifacts of its once thriving markets tells a story of a civilization brought to its knees by relentless conflict. The ruins of these ancient cities also reveal the human cost of war. Mass graves and hastily buried remains found in sites like Mohenjo-Daro and Hattusa speak of sudden violence and chaos. In some cases, the very architecture of these cities reflects their defensive struggles with thick walls, watchtowers, and hidden escape routes. Yet, despite their efforts, these cities could not withstand the tide of war, their stories ending in silence beneath the sand. Warfare often accelerated the decline of cities already weakened by other factors, such as environmental changes or economic collapse. The city of Petra, for example, faced not only the loss of its trade routes but also repeated attacks by rival powers. Its intricate water systems and rock-cut architecture, marvels of engineering, could not protect it from the ravages of conflict. The echoes of Petra's downfall serve as a reminder of how interconnected the forces shaping history can be. The evidence of war found in these buried cities is not just a testament to destruction, it's also a window into the resilience of human societies. After every conflict, cities were rebuilt, adapted, and sometimes reinvented. The layers of ruins tell a story of endurance, even in the face of overwhelming odds. As we uncover the secrets of these ancient sites, we are reminded of the enduring human spirit, capable of both destruction and renewal. Carved into the rose-red cliffs of southern Jordan, Petra stands as a breathtaking testament to human ingenuity. Known as the Lost City of Stone, it was once the thriving capital of the Nabatean kingdom, a civilization that mastered the art of survival in one of the harshest environments on Earth. The Nabateans were ingenious engineers, carving elaborate tombs, temples, and even an entire city from the rock face. Their most iconic structure, the treasury, with its intricate facade and towering columns, remains one of the most photographed landmarks in the world. But Petra was more than just a beautiful city. It was a bustling hub of trade, strategically located at the crossroads of ancient caravan routes. The Nabateans skillfully controlled the flow of goods between Arabia, Egypt, and the Mediterranean, amassing great wealth and power. They were experts in water management, constructing a complex system of channels, cisterns, and reservoirs that allowed them to thrive in the arid desert. Visitors today can still see the remnants of these innovations, from the winding Sikh, the narrow gorge that served as the city's main entrance, to the massive dams designed to protect Petra from flash floods. The ingenuity of the Nabateans transformed this barren landscape into a flourishing oasis. Despite its prosperity, Petra's decline began with the rise of Roman dominance in the region. As trade routes shifted to sea routes, the city gradually lost its economic importance. Earthquakes further weakened its structures, and by the time of the Islamic conquests, Petra was largely abandoned, left to the mercy of the elements. Over time, the city faded from memory, becoming a place of legend. For centuries, it was known only to the local Bedouin tribes, who kept its secrets hidden from the outside world. Petra's rediscovery in the early 19th century by Swiss explorer Johann Ludwig Burkhart captivated the imagination of the world. Dressed as an Arab scholar, Burkhart tricked his way into the hidden city, unveiling its wonders to a global audience. Since then, archaeologists have uncovered countless treasures, from ornate tombs to ancient inscriptions, shedding light on the lives of the people who once called Petra home. Yet, much about the city remains shrouded in mystery, including the full extent of its underground structures and the rituals that took place within its sacred spaces. The myths and legends surrounding Petra only add to its allure. Some believe the treasury was built to hold the treasures of an Egyptian pharaoh, while others think it served as a temple or a royal tomb. The truth may never be fully known, but these stories continue to draw visitors from around the globe, eager to explore the secrets of this ancient city. Petra's story is a reminder of the fleeting nature of human achievement and the enduring power of imagination. As we walk through its winding paths and towering cliffs, we are reminded of the remarkable legacy of the Nabateans and the timeless beauty they left behind. Deep in the heart of the Arabian desert lies the story of Ubar, a city so mysterious it earned the title Atlantis of the Sands. For centuries, Ubar existed as little more than a legend, mentioned in ancient texts and spoken of in hushed tones by travelers. According to lore, it was a flourishing hub of trade and wealth, a crossroads for caravans carrying frankincense and spices across the desert. The Quran even references Ubar, describing it as a place of great prosperity that was swallowed by the sands as punishment for its arrogance. Yet, for all its fame in stories, Ubar's true location remained elusive, blending myth with reality in a way that captivated explorers for generations. The first significant step toward rediscovering Ubar came in the 1930s, when British explorer Bertram Thomas claimed to have found traces of the lost city during his travels through the Arabian Peninsula. However, it wasn't until the late 1980s that modern technology brought Ubar back into the light. Using satellite imagery, archaeologists identified what appeared to be an ancient caravan route converging at a site in southern Oman. Excavations revealed the remains of a fortified city, complete with towers, walls, and evidence of a sophisticated water system. The discovery was groundbreaking, offering a glimpse into the life of a civilization that thrived in one of the most unforgiving environments on Earth. But uncovering Ubar was no easy feat. The shifting sands of the desert posed significant challenges, burying and eroding the site over centuries. Archaeologists had to contend with extreme temperatures, limited resources, and the constant threat of sandstorms. Despite these obstacles, the perseverance of the team led to remarkable findings. They uncovered artifacts that shed light on Ubar's role in the ancient incense trade, including pottery, coins, and remnants of frankincense. The city's layout suggested it was a fortified oasis, offering shelter and resources to weary travelers. Yet, the myths surrounding Ubar persist, adding layers of intrigue to its rediscovery. Some believe the city's destruction was caused by a sudden collapse into an underground cavern, a theory supported by the sinkhole-like formations found at the site. Others see Ubar as a cautionary tale about the dangers of hubris and environmental neglect. The city's fate serves as a reminder of how quickly even the most prosperous civilizations can be undone by their own choices and the forces of nature. Today, Ubar stands as a symbol of both human achievement and vulnerability. Its rediscovery has sparked renewed interest in the region's history, inspiring further exploration and research. The story of Ubar invites us to reflect on the power of myth, the resilience of the human spirit, and the lessons we can learn from the past. As we continue to uncover the secrets of this lost city, we are reminded that even the most buried histories have the power to shape our understanding of the world. Water scarcity is one of the most critical factors in the decline of buried civilizations, often serving as the tipping point that turned thriving cities into ghost towns. For ancient societies, access to water wasn't just a convenience, it was a matter of survival. Cities like Ubar, Petra, and countless others relied on intricate systems to capture, store, and distribute water in some of the world's driest regions. These systems were engineering marvels, but they were also fragile. When water sources dwindled due to climate shifts, overuse, or changes in the environment, entire civilizations were left vulnerable. The story of these cities is a stark reminder of how closely human prosperity is tied to the availability of this precious resource. Archaeologists have uncovered fascinating evidence of how ancient societies managed water. In Petra, the Nabateans carved elaborate channels and cisterns into the rock to capture rainwater and divert it to their city. Similarly, the Indus Valley civilization built sophisticated drainage systems and wells to ensure a steady supply of water for their sprawling cities. These innovations allowed these civilizations to flourish for centuries. However, when drought struck or rivers changed course, these systems could not compensate, leading to widespread collapse. The ruins of these cities often contain clues about their downfall, from dried-up wells to the remnants of irrigation canals that once fed fields and gardens. The role of water scarcity in the decline of these civilizations is not just a matter of historical interest, it's a lesson for our modern world. As climate change accelerates, many regions are facing similar challenges, with water sources drying up and populations competing for dwindling resources. The parallels between ancient cities and modern societies are striking, highlighting the need for sustainable water management. By studying the past, we can gain insights into how to avoid repeating the same mistakes. One of the most compelling aspects of this research is how archaeologists piece together the story of water scarcity. By examining soil samples, studying ancient texts, and analyzing the remains of water systems, they can reconstruct how these cities adapted or failed to adapt to changing conditions. For example, sediment cores from ancient lakes and rivers can reveal periods of drought, while the remains of reservoirs and aqueducts show how societies tried to mitigate the effects of water shortages. These findings not only illuminate the past but also provide valuable data for understanding the long-term impacts of environmental change. The story of water scarcity and buried civilizations is a powerful testament to the resilience and ingenuity of human societies. It also serves as a warning about the consequences of taking our resources for granted. As we continue to explore these ancient sites, we are reminded of the delicate balance between human progress and the natural world. The lessons of the past are clear. Water is not just a resource, it's the foundation of life, and its loss can bring even the greatest civilizations to their knees. The Rediscovery of is a story that bridges the gap between myth and history, revealing the grandeur of one of the most important cities of ancient Mesopotamia. For centuries, was little more than a name in ancient texts, a place shrouded in legend and speculation. It wasn't until the mid-19th century that archaeologists began to uncover its secrets, peeling back layers of sand to reveal a city that had once been a powerhouse of the ancient world. The excavations, led by figures like British archaeologist Sir Leonard Woolley in the early 20th century, brought to light an astonishing array of artifacts, golden treasures, intricate jewelry, and the remnants of monumental architecture. These discoveries not only confirmed Ur's existence but also transformed our understanding of Sumerian culture. Ur's significance lies in its role as a cultural and economic hub of ancient Mesopotamia. It was one of the first cities to emerge in human history, flourishing around 4,000 years ago. At its peak, Was a center of trade, religion, and innovation, home to the famous ziggurat of a massive temple dedicated to the moon god Nana. This structure, with its towering terraces, symbolized the city's spiritual and political power. The artifacts found at the site, including the intricate standard of and the so-called royal tombs, offer a glimpse into the sophistication of Sumerian society. These tombs, filled with precious objects and evidence of ritualistic practices, reveal a culture deeply connected to the divine and the afterlife. The rediscovery of also shed light on the broader achievements of the Sumerians, often regarded as the world's first civilization. They developed writing, creating the cuneiform script that recorded everything from trade transactions to epic poetry. Their innovations in law, architecture, and governance laid the foundation for subsequent cultures. Excavation provided tangible evidence of these advancements, helping historians piece together the story of humanity's earliest urban societies. The city's decline, likely due to a combination of environmental changes and political instability, marked the end of an era, but its legacy endured through the artifacts and texts left behind. What makes rediscovery particularly fascinating is how it challenges our perceptions of the past. Before its excavation, much of what we knew about Sumerian culture came from second-hand accounts and fragmented records. The artifacts unearthed at brought these ancient people to life, offering a direct connection to their world. Items like the Queen's Lyre, adorned with gold and lapis lazuli, speak to the artistry and craftsmanship of the Sumerians, while tablets inscribed with administrative records reveal the complexity of their economy. These findings have not only enriched our knowledge of ancient Mesopotamia, but also inspired new questions about the origins of civilization. Rediscovery was a turning point in archaeology, demonstrating the potential of careful, systematic excavation to unlock the secrets of the past. It set a precedent for future discoveries, showing how buried cities can provide invaluable insights into human history. Today, remains a symbol of humanity's enduring quest to understand its roots, a reminder that even the most forgotten places can hold stories that change the way we see the world. The city's legacy continues to inspire archaeologists, historians, and curious minds alike, proving that the past is never truly lost. It's just waiting to be found. The role of technology in modern archaeology cannot be overstated. It has transformed the way we search for and study buried cities, turning what was once a slow, labor-intensive process into a dynamic and precise science. One of the most groundbreaking tools in this revolution is LiDAR, or light detection and ranging. This technology uses laser pulses to map the surface of the Earth, even penetrating dense vegetation to reveal hidden structures beneath. In places like the jungles of Central America, LiDAR has uncovered entire networks of ancient Mayan cities, complete with roads, temples, and farms that were completely invisible to the naked eye. These discoveries have reshaped our understanding of ancient civilizations, showing that they were far more complex and interconnected than previously believed. Drones have also become indispensable in the search for buried cities. Equipped with high-resolution cameras and sensors, these aerial devices can survey vast areas quickly and efficiently, capturing detailed images and data that would take months to gather on foot. In the deserts of the Middle East, drones have identified potential archaeological sites by detecting subtle variations in the landscape, such as changes in soil color or the outlines of buried walls. This technology not only speeds up the discovery process, but also reduces the risk of damaging fragile sites during initial exploration. Three-dimensional mapping has further enhanced our ability to study and preserve these ancient sites. By creating detailed digital models, archaeologists can analyze structures without disturbing them, preserving them for future research. For example, the ancient city of Pompeii has been meticulously mapped in 3 dimensions, allowing researchers to study its streets, buildings, and even graffiti in incredible detail. This technology also enables virtual reconstructions, giving the public a chance to explore these sites from anywhere in the world. However, the rapid advancement of technology in archaeology also raises important ethical questions. Who has the right to access and control the data collected from these sites? How do we balance the desire for discovery with the need to preserve fragile environments and respect local communities? These questions are particularly relevant in cases where technology reveals sites of cultural or spiritual significance to indigenous peoples. Archaeologists must work closely with these communities to ensure that their findings are used responsibly and that the benefits of discovery are shared equitably. Another challenge is the potential for technology to outpace the ability of archaeologists to interpret the data it produces. LiDAR, for instance, can generate massive amounts of information in a short time, requiring sophisticated software and expertise to analyze. This has led to a growing demand for interdisciplinary collaboration, bringing together archaeologists, computer scientists, and other specialists to make sense of the data. The result is a more holistic approach to research, combining traditional fieldwork with cutting-edge technology to uncover the secrets of the past. The impact of technology on archaeology extends beyond discovery. It is also changing the way we tell the story of these ancient sites. Virtual reality, for example, allows people to walk through the streets of a buried city, experiencing it as it might have looked thousands of years ago. This immersive approach not only engages the public but also provides valuable context for understanding the lives of the people who lived there. As we continue to push the boundaries of what technology can achieve, the possibilities for uncovering buried cities are endless. From remote deserts to dense jungles, these tools are helping us see the past in ways that were once unimaginable. Yet, as we embrace these advancements, we must also remain mindful of the responsibilities that come with them. The stories of these ancient cities belong to all of humanity, and it is our duty to uncover them with care, respect, and a commitment to preserving their legacy for generations to come. Theories of advanced ancient civilizations have long captured the imagination of historians, archaeologists, and enthusiasts alike. Some argue that buried cities, with their sophisticated architecture and intricate systems, point to the existence of societies far more advanced than traditionally believed. Take, for instance, the ancient city of Mohenjo-Daro in the Indus Valley. Its grid-like street layout, advanced drainage systems, and standardized brick sizes suggest a level of urban planning and engineering that rivals modern cities. How did a civilization over 4,000 years ago achieve such feats without the technology we have today? This question fuels the belief that there may be lost chapters in human history, filled with knowledge and innovation that have yet to be fully understood. Another compelling example is the ancient Egyptian civilization, which built the Great Pyramid of Giza with astonishing precision. The pyramid's alignment with the cardinal points and its mathematical complexity have led some to speculate that the Egyptians possessed knowledge far beyond what we attribute to their time. Could they have had access to technologies or techniques that have since been forgotten? While mainstream archaeology attributes these achievements to ingenuity and labor, alternative theories suggest the possibility of outside influences or even the remnants of an even older, more advanced culture. The controversy surrounding these theories often stems from the lack of definitive evidence. Skeptics argue that attributing advanced knowledge to ancient civilizations undermines the remarkable achievements of these societies, which can be explained through human ingenuity and resourcefulness. For example, the construction of Stonehenge, once thought to require supernatural intervention, is now understood as the result of skillful engineering and communal effort. Similarly, the Antikythera mechanism, an ancient Greek device often hailed as the world's first computer, is seen by many as a testament to the creativity of its time rather than proof of lost technology. Yet the allure of these theories persists, partly because they challenge conventional narratives and encourage us to rethink our understanding of history. What if buried cities like Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, which dates back over 11,000 years, are remnants of a civilization that predates the known cradle of human culture? This site, with its massive stone pillars and intricate carvings, suggests that complex societies may have emerged much earlier than previously thought. Such discoveries blur the line between myth and history, pushing us to consider that our ancestors may have been far more advanced than we give them credit for. The debate over advanced ancient civilizations also highlights the limitations of our current knowledge. Archaeology is a field that evolves with new discoveries, and each find has the potential to rewrite the story of humanity. While some theories may seem speculative, they serve as a reminder that the past is far more complex and enigmatic than we often assume. Whether these buried cities are evidence of lost technologies or simply the remarkable achievements of their time, they challenge us to keep an open mind and continue exploring the mysteries that lie beneath the sand. The past, as it turns out, may hold far more surprises than we can imagine. Myths and legends have always been more than just stories. They are windows into the human imagination and at times guides to uncovering the past. Take the tale of El Dorado, the fabled city of gold that captivated European explorers for centuries. While no such city has been found, the legend led to the discovery of vast networks of indigenous civilizations in the Americas, including the sophisticated cultures of the Muisca people in modern-day Colombia. Their use of gold in rituals likely inspired the myth, showing how even exaggerated stories can point to real historical truths. Another example is the lost city of Troy, immortalized in Homer's epic poems, the Iliad and the Odyssey. For centuries, Troy was considered purely mythical, a creation of poetic imagination. Yet, in the late 19th century, German archaeologist Heinrich Schliemann used the texts as a guide to locate the ancient city in what is now Turkey. The discovery of Troy not only validated the historical roots of the legend, but also demonstrated how myths can serve as valuable clues in the search for buried civilizations. Legends like the lost city of Zerzura in the Sahara Desert have similarly inspired generations of explorers. Known as the oasis of little birds, Zerzura was said to be a hidden paradise filled with treasures and flowing water. While the city itself remains undiscovered, the search for it has led to the uncovering of other ancient settlements and trade routes buried beneath the desert sands. These discoveries illustrate how myths can act as catalysts for exploration, driving us to uncover truths we might otherwise overlook. Yet, the line between myth and reality is often blurry. Stories passed down through generations can become embellished, making it difficult to separate fact from fiction. For example, the legend of Atlantis, first described by the Greek philosopher Plato, has sparked countless theories and expeditions. While no concrete evidence of Atlantis has been found, the story has influenced the study of real-world civilizations, such as the Minoans of Crete, whose advanced society and sudden collapse mirror elements of the myth. The role of myth in rediscovery also raises questions about how we interpret the past. Are we projecting our own desires and beliefs onto these stories, or are they genuine echoes of lost civilizations? In some cases, myths may be rooted in collective memory, preserving fragments of historical events that have been transformed over time. For instance, flood myths found in cultures around the world may reflect ancient experiences of rising sea levels or catastrophic natural disasters. Ultimately, myths and legends remind us that the past is not just a collection of facts, but a tapestry of stories that shape our understanding of history. They inspire curiosity, drive exploration, and sometimes lead us to unexpected truths. As we continue to search for the cities beneath the sand, we must approach these tales with both skepticism and openness, recognizing that the line between myth and reality is often where the most fascinating discoveries are made. Preserving the remains of buried cities is a delicate and urgent task, one that involves balancing the past's needs with the realities of the present. One of the most pressing threats to these ancient sites is looting. For centuries, treasure hunters and illegal excavators have targeted buried cities, driven by the allure of valuable artifacts. These looters often destroy archaeological layers and context, robbing us of the chance to fully understand these civilizations. For example, in Egypt, the ancient city of Tanis faced widespread looting in the 1980s, leading to the loss of countless artifacts and critical historical information. While laws and international agreements aim to curb this practice, the black market for antiquities continues to thrive, making enforcement a constant challenge. Climate change is another formidable threat to buried cities. Rising temperatures, shifting weather patterns, and extreme weather events can accelerate the deterioration of ancient structures and artifacts. In the Middle East, the ancient city of Petra is at risk from increased flooding due to erratic rainfall, which erodes its iconic rock-cut architecture. Similarly, coastal cities like Heraklion in Egypt face the dual threats of rising sea levels and saltwater corrosion, which can destroy fragile remains that have survived for millennia. Human activity also poses a significant risk. Urban expansion, agricultural development, and infrastructure projects often encroach on archaeological sites, sometimes leading to their destruction. In Turkey, the construction of the Ilisu Dam has submerged parts of the ancient city of Hasankeyf, a site that held thousands of years of history. While efforts were made to relocate some monuments, much of the site's heritage has been lost forever. Despite these challenges, there are ongoing efforts to protect and preserve buried cities. Archaeologists and conservationists are using advanced technologies like 3D scanning and digital mapping to create detailed records of sites before they are damaged or lost. In Syria, teams have used drones to document the ancient city of Palmyra, which has suffered extensive damage due to conflict. These digital records ensure that even if the physical site is compromised, its legacy can be preserved for future study. International organizations and local governments are also working to raise awareness and implement protective measures. UNESCO World Heritage Program designates significant sites and provides resources for their preservation. Local communities play a crucial role too, as their involvement can foster a sense of ownership and responsibility for these shared treasures. Preserving buried cities is not just about protecting the past, it's about safeguarding our collective heritage. These sites offer invaluable insights into human history, culture, and innovation. They remind us of our shared humanity and the enduring legacy of those who came before us. By taking action now, we can ensure that these ancient stories continue to inspire and educate generations to come. Local communities have always been the silent guardians of buried cities, their knowledge and traditions serving as invaluable resources for archaeologists and historians. For generations, these communities have passed down stories, legends, and oral histories that often hold kernels of truth about ancient sites. In many cases, these narratives have led researchers to discoveries they might otherwise have overlooked. For instance, in the deserts of Peru, local farmers guided archaeologists to the ancient city of Caral, believed to be one of the oldest civilizations in the Americas. Their intimate understanding of the land and its history proved essential in uncovering this remarkable site. Indigenous knowledge isn't just about stories, it's also about practical insights. Communities living near ancient sites often have a deep understanding of the local environment, including the natural processes that shape and preserve these locations. In the Sahara, nomadic tribes have shared their knowledge of sand patterns and water sources, helping archaeologists pinpoint areas where buried cities might lie. This collaboration between scientists and local residents ensures that exploration is both respectful and effective, bridging the gap between modern technology and traditional wisdom. Involving local communities in the preservation of buried cities is equally important. These sites are not just archaeological treasures, they are part of the cultural heritage of the people who live nearby. When communities are actively engaged in protecting these sites, they foster a sense of ownership and pride. In Jordan, for example, the Bedouin community has played a vital role in safeguarding Petra, offering guided tours and sharing their historical knowledge with visitors. This partnership not only helps preserve the site, but also provides economic opportunities for the local population. However, the relationship between archaeologists and local communities isn't always straightforward. In some cases, excavations have disrupted traditional ways of life or led to tensions over land use and ownership. It's crucial for researchers to approach these projects with sensitivity, ensuring that the benefits of discovery are shared equitably. Programs that provide education, training, and employment opportunities for local residents can help build trust and foster long-term collaboration. The past belongs to everyone, and preserving it requires a collective effort. By honoring the contributions of local communities and involving them in the process, we can ensure that the stories of buried cities are told in a way that respects both history and the people who keep it alive. This partnership not only enriches our understanding of the past, but also helps build a future where heritage is valued and protected by all. The rise and fall of ancient civilizations buried beneath the sand hold profound lessons for our modern world, particularly when it comes to sustainability and resilience. These cities, once thriving hubs of innovation and culture, often collapsed due to factors like environmental degradation, resource mismanagement, and societal upheaval. Take, for example, the Indus Valley civilization, which boasted advanced urban planning and sophisticated water systems. Yet, experts believe that prolonged droughts and overuse of resources may have contributed to its decline. This serves as a stark reminder that even the most advanced societies are vulnerable when they fail to balance their needs with the limits of their environment. Another key lesson lies in the resilience of these ancient communities. Many buried cities endured for centuries, adapting to challenges like shifting trade routes, political instability, and natural disasters. Petra, the Nabatean city carved into rose-red cliffs, thrived for generations by mastering the art of water conservation in an arid landscape. Its intricate network of cisterns and channels allowed it to flourish where others might have faltered. This ingenuity highlights the importance of innovation and adaptability in the face of adversity, a lesson that resonates deeply in our era of climate change and global uncertainty. The collapse of these civilizations also underscores the interconnectedness of environmental, economic, and social systems. In many cases, a single event such as a severe drought or the collapse of a trade route could trigger a chain reaction leading to societal breakdown. The ancient city of Ubar, once a bustling oasis in the Arabian desert, exemplifies this delicate balance. Its reliance on trade and water made it prosperous, but when those lifelines were severed, the city faded into legend. This interconnectedness reminds us that the challenges we face today, whether environmental, economic, or political, are deeply intertwined and must be addressed holistically. Perhaps the most striking lesson from these buried civilizations is the fragility of human achievement. Despite their grandeur, these cities were not immune to the forces of nature or the consequences of human decisions. Their ruins stand as silent witnesses to the impermanence of even the mightiest empires. Yet they also offer hope. The fact that we can uncover and learn from these ancient sites speaks to the enduring legacy of human ingenuity and the potential for renewal. As we confront the challenges of the 21st century, the stories of these buried cities remind us to tread carefully, to innovate thoughtfully, and to value the lessons of the past. They teach us that sustainability is not just a modern buzzword, but a timeless principle essential for survival. By studying their successes and failures, we can build a future that is both resilient and mindful of the lessons history has to offer. The past, after all, is not just a record of what was, it is a guide for what can be. Exploration has always been a cornerstone of human curiosity, driving us to uncover the mysteries of our past. One of the most iconic figures in this quest was Heinrich Schliemann, a man whose passion for ancient legends led him to the ruins of Troy. Guided by Homer's epic poems, Schliemann embarked on a daring journey to prove that the city of Troy was not just a myth but a real place. His excavations in the late 19th century unearthed layers of history, revealing a city that had been lost for millennia. While his methods were controversial, his discoveries fundamentally changed our understanding of the ancient world. Similarly, John Lloyd Stephens brought the forgotten cities of the Maya civilization back into the light. In the early 19th century, Stephens ventured into the dense jungles of Central America, where he stumbled upon the breathtaking ruins of cities like Capan and Palenque. His detailed accounts and illustrations captured the imagination of the world, sparking a renewed interest in Mayan culture and history. Without his relentless determination, much of what we know about this advanced civilization might have remained buried beneath the earth. These explorers were not just adventurers, they were pioneers who bridged the gap between legend and reality. Their discoveries often came at great personal cost, from harsh climates to political obstacles, yet their perseverance reshaped our understanding of history. They showed us that the stories passed down through generations often held kernels of truth, waiting to be uncovered. The impact of their work extends far beyond the ruins they unearthed. Schliemann's discovery of Troy challenged the idea that ancient myths were purely fictional, while Stephens' exploration of Mayan cities revealed a sophisticated society with its own writing, astronomy, and architecture. These findings forced historians to rethink their assumptions and expand their timelines of human achievement. Exploration also brought these ancient cultures back into the public eye, inspiring countless others to take up the mantle of discovery. It sparked a global fascination with archaeology, leading to the development of new techniques and technologies for uncovering the past. From ground-penetrating radar to satellite imaging, the tools we use today owe much to the trailblazing efforts of these early explorers. Yet, the legacy of these explorers is not without its controversies. Schliemann's aggressive excavation methods, for instance, caused significant damage to the sites he uncovered. Stephens, while more meticulous, still faced ethical questions about the removal of artifacts from their original contexts. These challenges remind us that exploration must be conducted with care and respect for the cultures and histories we seek to understand. In the end, the role of exploration in history is about more than just uncovering lost cities. It's about piecing together the story of humanity. Each discovery adds another chapter to our collective narrative, helping us understand where we came from and perhaps where we're headed. The explorers of the past have shown us that the world is full of hidden wonders, waiting for those with the curiosity and courage to seek them out. buried cities have always held a unique fascination in popular culture, serving as the backdrop for countless stories that capture our collective imagination. Take, for example, the legendary tale of the lost city of Z, immortalized in Percy Fawcett's Expeditions and later adapted into a gripping book and film. Fawcett's quest to find a hidden city in the Amazon jungle mirrored the real-world allure of discovering ancient civilizations swallowed by nature. His story tapped into a universal longing for adventure and the unknown, themes that continue to resonate with audiences today. The Indiana Jones franchise is perhaps the most iconic example of how buried cities have permeated pop culture. From the deserts of Egypt to the jungles of South America, Indiana Jones's exploits brought the thrill of archaeological discovery to the big screen. The films blended history, myth, and action, creating a formula that captivated viewers worldwide. They also highlighted the ethical dilemmas of archaeology, balancing the pursuit of knowledge with the preservation of cultural heritage, a theme that remains relevant in modern debates. Literature, too, has been deeply influenced by these lost worlds. H. Rider Haggard Shea and Edgar Rice Burroughs' Tarzan series transported readers to exotic locales filled with forgotten ruins and ancient secrets. These stories often blurred the line between reality and fantasy, creating a sense of wonder that continues to inspire writers today. Even in contemporary fiction, authors like Clive Cussler and James Rowlands weave tales of modern explorers uncovering buried cities, blending history with cutting-edge technology. Video games have also embraced the allure of buried civilizations. Titles like Tomb Raider and Uncharted allow players to step into the shoes of adventurers, solving ancient puzzles and surviving treacherous environments. These games often draw inspiration from real archaeological sites, adding a layer of authenticity to their fantastical narratives. The interactive nature of gaming makes the discovery of buried cities even more immersive, allowing players to experience the thrill of uncovering history firsthand. But why do these stories resonate so deeply? Perhaps it's the mystery that surrounds these lost worlds, the idea that somewhere, hidden beneath the earth or jungle, lies a piece of our past waiting to be uncovered. Buried cities symbolize the unknown, the possibility of discovery, and the enduring human spirit of exploration. They remind us that history is not just a series of dates and events, but a living, breathing narrative filled with untold stories. These tales also reflect our own desires and fears. The rise and fall of civilizations serve as cautionary reminders of humanity's fragility, while their rediscovery offers hope that even the most forgotten places can be brought back to life. In a world that often feels fully mapped and explored, buried cities represent the last great frontiers, places where the past and present collide in fascinating ways. From books to films to games, the influence of buried cities on pop culture is undeniable. They inspire us to dream, to explore, and to question what lies beneath the surface. These stories remind us that the past is never truly lost, it's just waiting to be found. Whether through the pages of a novel, the scenes of a movie, or the pixels of a video game, the allure of buried cities continues to captivate and inspire, proving that the search for lost worlds is a timeless adventure. The future of rediscovering buried cities is brimming with possibilities, driven by advancements in technology and our growing understanding of the past. Emerging tools like LiDAR, which uses laser beams to map terrain hidden beneath dense foliage, have already revolutionized archaeology. In regions like Central America, where thick jungles have concealed ancient sites for centuries, LiDAR has revealed sprawling networks of cities, roads, and irrigation systems. These discoveries are just the beginning, as similar technologies are now being applied to deserts, mountains, and even underwater environments, opening up entirely new frontiers for exploration. Satellite imaging has also become a game changer, allowing archaeologists to identify potential sites from space. By analyzing subtle changes in vegetation, soil composition, and even surface patterns, researchers can pinpoint areas of interest without ever setting foot on the ground. This approach has led to the discovery of previously unknown sites in places like the Sahara and the Arabian Peninsula, where vast expanses of sand have long obscured the remnants of ancient civilizations. Drones are another tool reshaping the field, offering a way to survey remote or inaccessible areas with precision and efficiency. Equipped with high-resolution cameras and sensors, these aerial devices can capture detailed images and data, helping archaeologists build 3D models of sites before excavation even begins. This not only speeds up the discovery process but also minimizes the risk of damaging delicate artifacts. Beyond technology, unexplored regions hold immense potential for new discoveries. Places like the Amazon rainforest, the Gobi Desert, and the depths of the Mediterranean Sea are believed to harbor lost cities waiting to be found. The Amazon, for instance, was once thought to be a pristine wilderness, but recent research suggests it was home to complex societies with advanced agricultural practices. Similarly, the Gobi Desert's shifting sands may hide the remains of ancient Silk Road cities, while underwater exploration in the Mediterranean continues to uncover sunken ports and settlements. Yet, the future of rediscovery is not just about finding new sites, it's also about re-examining old ones with fresh perspectives. Advances in DNA analysis, isotope studies, and even artificial intelligence are providing deeper insights into the people who lived in these ancient cities. By analyzing skeletal remains, pottery fragments, and other artifacts, researchers can reconstruct diets, migrations, and social structures, painting a more vivid picture of the past. The mysteries that remain unsolved are as tantalizing as they are numerous. What caused the sudden decline of the Indus Valley civilization? Are there more lost cities hidden beneath the sands of the Sahara? Could the legend of El Dorado have roots in a real ancient city? These questions drive the quest for knowledge, reminding us that history is a puzzle with many missing pieces. As we look to the future, collaboration will be key. Archaeologists, scientists, and local communities must work together to uncover and preserve these treasures. Public awareness and support will also play a crucial role, ensuring that the search for buried cities continues to inspire and educate. The quest for the past is far from over. It's an ongoing journey that connects us to our shared heritage and reminds us of the enduring power of discovery. The rediscovery of buried cities is not just a scientific endeavor, it's a deeply ethical one. As archaeologists uncover these ancient sites, they confront complex questions about ownership, respect, and responsibility. One of the most pressing issues is cultural appropriation. When artifacts and human remains are removed from their original contexts, they often end up in museums or private collections far from their places of origin. This practice, which was common in the 19th and early 20th centuries, has left many communities disconnected from their cultural heritage. Today, there's a growing movement to repatriate these items, returning them to the descendants of the people who created them. Countries like Egypt, Greece, and Mexico have successfully reclaimed thousands of artifacts, sparking a broader conversation about who has the right to control and interpret the past. Tourism also poses a significant challenge. While it brings attention and funding to archaeological sites, it can also lead to damage and degradation. Places like Petra and Machu Picchu have seen millions of visitors, each leaving a footprint, sometimes literally, on fragile structures and landscapes. Archaeologists and local governments are now working to balance accessibility with preservation, implementing measures like visitor limits, designated pathways, and educational programs to minimize harm. Another ethical concern is the involvement of local communities in archaeological projects. For too long, excavations were conducted by foreign teams with little regard for the people living nearby. Today, there's a growing recognition that local communities are essential partners in preserving and interpreting these sites. Their knowledge of the land, traditions, and oral histories can provide invaluable insights, while their participation ensures that the benefits of discovery are shared. Technological advancements have also raised ethical questions. Tools like LiDAR and drones make it easier to locate and document sites, but they can also be used in ways that bypass local authorities or exploit vulnerable regions. Archaeologists are now developing guidelines to ensure that technology is used responsibly, with respect for both the sites and the people connected to them. Finally, there's the issue of looting and the illegal antiquities trade. Despite international efforts to curb these activities, stolen artifacts continue to surface in markets and auctions around the world. This not only robs communities of their heritage but also destroys valuable archaeological context, making it harder to piece together the past. Organizations like UNESCO are working to strengthen laws and raise awareness, but the fight against looting remains an uphill battle. Archaeologists today are not just explorers, they're stewards of the past, tasked with navigating these ethical challenges while uncovering the stories of ancient civilizations. By prioritizing respect, collaboration, and responsibility, they're setting a new standard for how we engage with history. The past belongs to all of us, and it's our shared duty to protect it for future generations. Public awareness is the cornerstone of preserving buried civilizations, ensuring these ancient sites are not just relics of the past but living parts of our shared heritage. Documentaries have become one of the most powerful tools for bringing these stories to life. Films like Secrets of the Dead and Lost Cities of the World captivate audiences with stunning visuals and expert storytelling, transforming archaeological discoveries into gripping narratives. These documentaries don't just educate, they inspire viewers to care about the past, sparking curiosity and a sense of connection to cultures that might otherwise feel distant. Museums also play a vital role in bridging the gap between ancient civilizations and modern audiences. Exhibits like the Lost Cities of the Sahara or Rediscovering Petra allow people to see artifacts up close, offering a tangible link to the past. Interactive displays and immersive technologies, such as virtual reality tours, make these exhibits even more engaging, allowing visitors to walk through recreated streets of buried cities or witness ancient ceremonies. Museums are more than just repositories of objects, they're storytellers, weaving together the threads of history in ways that resonate with people of all ages. Educational programs extend this impact further, reaching students and lifelong learners alike. Schools and universities are increasingly incorporating lessons about buried civilizations into their curricula, helping young people understand the significance of these sites. Field trips to local archaeological digs or workshops on ancient technologies make history come alive, fostering a new generation of enthusiasts and advocates. Beyond formal education, community programs and public lectures bring these stories to a wider audience, ensuring that the lessons of the past are accessible to everyone. Social media has emerged as a game changer in raising awareness about buried civilizations. Platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube allow archaeologists and historians to share their discoveries with millions of people in real time. A single post can go viral, bringing global attention to an overlooked site or a new excavation. Hashtags like #LostCities and #Archaeology lovers create communities of enthusiasts who share photos, videos, and stories, keeping these ancient sites in the public eye. Social media also democratizes access to knowledge, allowing anyone with an internet connection to explore the mysteries of the past. Yet, awareness alone isn't enough. It must translate into action. Campaigns led by organizations like UNESCO and the World Monuments Fund use public awareness to drive conservation efforts, rallying support for endangered sites. Fundraising initiatives, volunteer programs, and advocacy campaigns empower people to take part in preserving these treasures. When the public is informed, they become stakeholders in the future of these ancient cities, ensuring that they remain protected for generations to come. By connecting people to the stories of buried civilizations, we not only preserve the past, we enrich our present and future. These ancient sites remind us of the ingenuity, resilience, and creativity of humanity, offering lessons that resonate across time. Through documentaries, museums, education, and social media, we can keep these stories alive, ensuring that they continue to inspire and inform. After all, the past isn't just something to study, it's something to cherish. The cities beneath the sand are more than just relics of the past. They are windows into the human experience, offering profound insights into who we are and where we've come from. From the grandeur of Petra to the mysteries of the Indus Valley, these buried worlds remind us of the incredible ingenuity and adaptability of ancient civilizations. They thrived, innovated, and connected with one another in ways that still inspire awe today. Yet, their stories also carry cautionary tales, lessons about the fragility of human societies in the face of environmental change, economic collapse, and conflict. As we continue to uncover their secrets, we're not just piecing together fragments of history, we're learning how these civilizations faced challenges that echo in our own time. The study of these buried cities isn't just an academic pursuit, it's a way to understand the resilience of human culture and the forces that shape our world. Every artifact, every ruin, and every story uncovered adds another layer to the complex tapestry of our shared heritage, but the work doesn't stop with discovery. Preserving these sites for future generations is a responsibility we all share. Whether through supporting archaeological efforts, advocating for conservation, or simply sharing these stories with others, we can ensure that these ancient cities remain alive in our collective memory. They are more than just footnotes in history, they are testaments to the enduring spirit of humanity. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the past. If you've enjoyed uncovering the mysteries of these buried civilizations, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more explorations of history's greatest enigmas. Together, let's keep the stories of these lost worlds alive, ensuring their lessons and legacies continue to inspire us all.